This is KGW News at
It's
Sunrise.
important that, parents certainly, don't let their guard down with internet use and, always watch their children.
That's the father of the 13-year-old girl from Canada who was allegedly kidnapped last month by an Oregon City man. We'll hear more from her father and bring you the latest on the charges against the alleged kidnapper.
We're also talking good energy this morning, how a grant program through PGE is helping Gresham electrify transportation. That's coming up at 5:15.
We're also looking forward to what we think will be some good energy on the Willamette River this morning because a huge event is coming back to the river this Sunday, that event known as the Big Float. So in honor of the Big Float on Sunday, we're going to have a little float today. We're expecting a hint. I can see Nina is staring at the TV screen. Where are the floaters?
Where are the ducks or something?
Where are the people on tubes? They're not there yet, but they're coming this morning, Nina and Rod. That is the plan. A few tubers preparing us for the Big Float coming to downtown Portland on Sunday.
Love seeing that red, white, and blue there still on the bridges. Good morning to you on this Wednesday. Okay, taking a live look outside. It was very blue, and if you could kind of look closely, it is raining outside in lots of spots.
Yeah, rain showers. And by the way, for the Big Float, the weather this weekend looks
Sunday,
fantastic.
right?
I've got 86 degrees and sunny on Sunday. All right, let's get to the radar, as Nina mentioned. Yeah, we have some rain out there. Same weather pattern we had yesterday. There are thunderstorms up here in Washington. This is mainly light stuff moving south to north over the valley, but we're unstable enough that there could be some spotty, heavier showers find you during the day. So, rain jacket. Here's a look at cloudy skies. Can't see much from the Wells Fargo building. 65 is the temperature. Yeah, 65 degrees. So not chilly out this morning. The shower chance ongoing. 71 at noon. I have a high temperature today of 77 degrees.
All right, Rod, thank you. We'll check in with you soon. This morning, we're hearing from the father of the 13-year-old girl from Canada who police say was kidnapped by an Oregon man. Authorities found them in Oregon City this past Saturday. Now, the two had met online, and she was reported missing from Edmonton, Canada, June 24th.
Yeah, the alleged kidnapper is 40-year-old Noah Medrano, who made his first appearance in court yesterday. KGW's Alma McCarty has more on the charges he's facing, along with reaction from the girl's family.
We're not going to identify the victim in this case, nor her father, but her father did speak with reporters at Global News in Edmonton, Alberta, who covered the missing person case for more than a week. He told them his daughter is home, she is safe, but she has a long road ahead of her. Inside the Clackamas County Courthouse Tuesday afternoon, Noah Medrano can be seen shaking his head over a video monitor as a prosecutor explains to the judge why they've requested a $500,000 bail.
The state is alleging that the defendant targeted a 12-year-old child in Canada, coerced her over the course of a year, went up to Canada to retrieve and kidnap the child, and came to Oregon City. Investigators say the 41-year-old met the victim, a 13-year-old girl, on social media, then drove to Edmonton to kidnap her. She was reported missing last month, gone 10 days from her family as the local community worked to find her.
The amount that people rally around us certainly kept the entire family going.
Law enforcement located her with Medrano in Oregon City on July 2nd. Officers arrested the suspect and the victim was taken to a local children's hospital.
We're kind of taking one day at a time and surrounded her with friends and family and just trying to get her through.
The victim's father said they picked her up and brought her home to Canada this weekend.
It was unbelievable. She was very emotional, so were we. She's really gone back into kid mode now. She's 13, but I guess as a parent you always see the baby in your child, and she's really needs her family right now.
He said the family plans to follow Medrano's trial closely.
We'll be very active and making sure that we are at all court appearances and pushing for the longest sentence possible.
With his daughter home safe, his message to other parents is this.
I think it's important that, parents certainly, don't let their guard down with internet use and, always watch their children. This is something that was unexpected to us, and, we had all the parental controls imaginable around. They will find access somehow, and there is predators out there waiting for our children.
Medrano faces charges of rape, kidnapping, and sexual assault in Oregon, in addition to federal charges and charges out of Canada. He's currently in jail under a federal hold, so at this time he cannot post bail. The judge signed a pretrial no-contact order prohibiting the suspect from contacting the victim or other minors.
That was Alma McCarty reporting this morning. Now let's take a look at some other local headlines. We start with a close call earlier this week at the 4th of July parade in Molalla. Police say 48-year-old Christopher Ebby drove the wrong way towards the front of that parade Monday morning. He allegedly ignored officers' commands to stop, but police were able to block him from continuing forward with help from the Molalla Fire Department before anyone was hurt. Ebby's charges include reckless driving, disorderly conduct, and attempting to elude police. According to authorities in Washington, a 44-year-old man from Vancouver was killed on Monday in a climbing accident on Icicle Buttress south of Leavenworth. They say he fell about 100 feet. His climbing partner that day did manage to flag down a Forest Service officer who was in the area, but by the time rescue crews got to him, they say the man had already died from his injuries. And finally here, investigators believe a 4th of July house fire in St. Helens may have been caused by fireworks. They say it started in a tree next to the house just before 11 p.m. Monday and quickly spread to the home's attic and top floor. Firefighters were able to keep the flames from spreading below the top floor, and everyone inside the house made it out safe. And those are some of this morning's local headlines.
Well, fireworks, especially when they're not used properly, can be dangerous, like we just saw. But in the right setting, of course, they are truly magnificent. Tim Durkin captured stunning, detailed photos he snapped of the fireworks in Seattle. The bright pops of color with the city skyline and the Space Needle right in the background.
I myself am a big fan of longer exposures that really help detail each and every moment of those fireworks' short-lived but beautiful lives. My only job was just to try to record just a slice of time so that people in 100 years will be able to look at these pictures and know that the summer of 2022 is when Seattle came back.
The fireworks show took a 3-year hiatus because of the pandemic.
All right, let's take another look downtown Portland this morning. On the Willamette, that's where sunrise photographer Eric Patterson is. Pretty shot as daylight is just starting to creep in on this Wednesday morning. Eric will be joined here in the next half hour by a few faithful floaters. They are supporters of a big event known as the Big Float, which is coming back to downtown this year for the 10th and what we're told is the final time. It's all a fundraiser for a local nonprofit known as Human Access Project. We'll talk more about their work along the Willamette River. We'll have more details on the Big Float, but if you can't wait for those details, you can check out their website, thebigfloat.com. Rod, you said on Sunday, the day of the Big Float,
nice.
You're looking at sunny skies and upper 80s.
But that I will check the water temperature here in a moment. I haven't done that, but boy, it can't be too warm because I haven't had much heat this summer.
So 86 will feel good.
Yes.
Balance it out a little bit better.
Here's a look at the radar. We've got that same upper level low. Remember, this is the setup that started, I don't know, last Thursday or Friday, and then we talked about rain chances into the weekend. We may or may not see something. And then yesterday we finally did. And then today we are again. But after today, the low falls apart. And then we'll get back to some dry and sunny weather as we go into the weekend. So if you are just joining us, right now we've got showers just migrating south and north right up Interstate 5. You can see it there. Most of the rain shower activity today will be light, but there could be some spotty heavier showers. And although it's just rain over the Cascades and out into the Dalles right now, good morning to you folks. There is the threat of thunderstorms again today. Cascades, Gorge, and then out farther to the east. Okay, now we have the Wells Fargo camera where you can see something. Boy, it's a very low cloud deck, probably foggy up in some of the high metro hills around town. Raindrops on the lens. 65 degrees is the early morning number. Again, we're mild. We're 60s from Seattle down to Eugene, 60s in Pendleton and also the Dalles, 53 this morning out in Baker City. Burns 49. You folks, the one spot that there's no rain chance in your forecast. Most of our area has at least a chance of seeing some showers at some point today. We'll keep it in the 70s again with the clouds and the showers around the area. Winds will be on the light side. This shows 75 degrees in Salem and similar numbers today up through southwest Washington. There's battleground at 76 degrees. Rain totals yesterday stayed under 1/10 of an inch. Maybe it was only a trace at the airport, but there were a handful of spots that had 5/6/100ths of an inch. We expect similar type rain totals today. And here's the warm up. Morning clouds on Thursday, then we'll break out into some sunshine, 79 on Thursday. We go 81 Friday, 83 Saturday, 86 Sunday. Now the latest on the hot weather to start next week is that it will only be 2 days, Monday and Tuesday. And it could be hotter than I have here, 94, 94, but it looks like Wednesday would cool back down into the 80s, and that is your forecast.
Not bad. All right, Rob, thank you. Well, the city of Gresham is encouraging drivers to go green. It received a grant to install 16 new EV charging stations around the city. How that program will help sponsor other projects aimed at reducing emissions. That's coming up.
We also want to give you this reminder this morning that the KGW School Supply Drive is coming our way next month, but this month is the time to sign up to be an official collection site. So if you own a local business or you're part of a local organization that can collect school supplies for us this year, hop online today. Go to that website right there on the screen, kgw.com/school. And if you sign up to collect, we will send you an official School Supply Drive collection kit.